welcome, guys. How are you?
Great, good.
Good. Well, listen, it's fun. I'm going to have to end that little bit of wibbliness on the end of them there. Yes. So listen, you just arrived. Just woke up half an hour ago, you were saying?
About half an hour ago, we were on the bus, and I feel great.
Good. I'm glad. Ezra, what about you?
I woke up an hour ago. I'm more of an early riser. So I've already been, running errands and
1:15, yeah.
You went for a run.
Yeah. So listen, you were saying you've already played Glastonbury a couple of years back, so you know what it's all about. Is it a special festival? Is it something that you're really glad to return to?
Yeah, definitely. We have really good memories, actually, of when we played the other stage on the Friday and walking out, and there were like 40,000 people, we found out later, and it was pretty surreal. Mm-hmm. It's very special for us.
And what about this year? Have you had a chance to check out the bill? Is there anybody you're going to try and make time to see while you're here?
We don't have a lot of time to stay and check stuff out.
You're like Phoenix, you're going to be in and out.
Phoenix are in and out.
Phoenix are like, they've got half an hour after their show this afternoon, and then they're virtually going to be airlifted. Someone's going to be hovering with like a helicopter and a ladder coming down from it at the side of the stage.
It's tough being a band in festival season. People don't know, but our buddies Chromeo are playing.
Dizzy's playing after us. That would be cool to watch.
Snoop is playing before.
So you actually, that's quite a good sandwich then. So if you can catch a bit of Snoop, maybe catch a bit of Dizzy, it's not too bad.
No, exactly. Yeah. We've shared the stage with Snoop and Dizzy many times over the years, too.
Really?
Yeah. We're often placed next to Snoop and or Dizzy at festivals.
In Chicago, in Belfast.
Again in Manchester.
In Manchester it's going, all over the world.
Okay, well that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, what about other festivals? How does Glastonbury compare to playing, your kind of native festivals in the US, like Coachella? I mean, I was just talking to one of our Six Music guys who's up in the park and said it really reminds him of Coachella up there this year. There's that kind of vibe about it.
The weather is somewhat similar. I can't think of any. You know what? Maybe Bonnaroo in America, because Glastonbury still has its hippie roots.
Yeah.
Some festivals don't have any sort of hippie roots, and that's okay. But this has like that kind of more like positive communal spirit that you only get with hippies or hippie-ish people. Coachella, you got more like the Hollywood crowd there, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But it's not quite that same kind of like everybody in it getting dirty together.
And what about for you guys? Because I would, when I think of people who likely to dive into mud, I don't necessarily think of Vampire Weekend first. But are you up for that? Are you kind of into that down and dirty festival experience?
Yeah, I remember being like a little kid and watching the mud fight when Green Day played Woodstock in '94. Mm-hmm. Hopefully someone throws mud at me today. I can only hope.
They'd have to make it themselves, and so you probably don't want that. So listen, what's next for you? You said you've got a pretty hectic festival season lined up. What are your plans over the summer and then afterwards? And I'm going to ask about the next record, because that's my job.
Sure. Well, right after this, we're going to beeline it to Nijmegen. So if anybody's listening is in Nijmegen, we'll see you in Nijmegen.
Squeeze me.
Yeah, Nijmegen.
Nijmegen.
I mean, clearly I have a weekend trip booked there, but where would that be exactly?
The Netherlands.
In the Netherlands.
And we're probably mispronouncing it, but that's how it looks in English.
Yeah.
Nijmegen.
Nijmegen.
Okay, awesome. And then after Nijmegen?
Some Scandinavia, up there.
Head up north.
Okay. And what about record-wise? I mean, now, when you get to the end of the festival season, are you going to get a chance to have a break, or are you going to go straight to
writing? We're taking 3 weeks off in August, and then we got we're going to be on tour definitely for the rest of the year.
Right.
And
we'll come back to England, do some shows we're excited about that we haven't announced yet. But really we'll be touring up to the end of the year, and then next year that's kind of our schedule. Tour for a year, then the next year start thinking about the next album.
Cool. I just had two of the guys from Phoenix in here, and they were saying that they have a rule that they don't write on the road. They don't allow themselves to write music on the road. Is it similar with you? Do you kind of need to separate yourself from that?
Yeah, I think we kind of have the same thing as them. Like, I guess some bands, can not only write on the road, they can record on the road. But I guess for us, it's when we make an album, we work so meticulously at it that it's not the kind of thing that you can necessarily just like hash out and sound check and just, we need it takes so much like thought that we need to kind of like be in one place and have everything set up.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we wish you a brilliant time today and for the rest of the festival season. Hope you survive it well. Is there any kind of like Vampire Weekend regime that you're undergoing? Do you kind of take, one day drinking, maybe another day not drinking? Are there vitamins involved? Because it sounds like, it could be pretty grueling if you were to indulge in all of the libations and stuff that are available to you.
No, it's tough. You have to make sure you drink pineapple juice at least once a day.
Right.
For your voice.
Okay.
You have to avoid eating too much carbs.
Okay.
We ran into a lot of trouble in Lille earlier this week. It was disgusting.
Yeah, I had carbohydrate-induced depression. I said some really messed up things.
Very hurtful
Very hurtful things, not only to the band, but to the French audience.
Oh, no.
In French. And it's because I don't eat meat. So when I'm in France, I tend to eat a lot of croissant.
It's just bread.
Le pain.
Yeah.
And then we went to Italy, lots of pasta. So basically, I was on a 3 to 4 day carbohydrate-induced depression bender.
You were on a carb downer?
Yeah, the band almost
it was
broke
dark.
up.
It was dark.
Wow.
But now I'm back in England, got some Sainsbury's hummus in me.
Oh, yeah.
I got some good protein.
Slow release. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How was this for you, Chris? Did you have to perform an intervention or anything at any point when where you had to step into this is the way your carb
when someone's down, you just got to try and be there for them, and that's what we did. We were there for Ezra in his time of need.
Wow, Vampire Weekend's still tight even after all this years.
That's right.
That is a beautiful thing to see. Listen, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Have
Thanks.
a brilliant show. Take care. All right, what we got here? Oh, it's you.